Flight is just a quick 35-mile repositioning from Edinburgh to Glasgow without any passengers on board. A good opportunity to get you checked out on the Bombardier CRJ 700. While we're waiting in line for takeoff, I'll explain a few things. Flying a modern jet isn't really all that different from flying a small prop plane. There are just a handful of key differences. The first thing you'll notice is how different the instrument panel looks. Instead of many small, round mechanical instruments, there are just a few large computer screens. Most of the information is the same, but the presentation is different.
Roll travel 221, hold short runway 6 right, traffic is a 747 and final.
Holding short, 6
on
right,
taxiway, on taxiway.
That call was for another aircraft. We're Orbit 526. I'll handle the radios during this flight, so don't worry if you miss anything. I'll tell you what to do. The display on the left is the primary flight display, or PFD. It combines multiple instruments into one display. The blue and brown section in the middle of the PFD is an attitude indicator. The vertical tape on the left side shows airspeed, and the tape on the right side shows altitude. At the bottom in the middle is a horizontal situation indicator, which shows heading, and to the right of that is a vertical speed indicator. You're over-controlling. Use less pressure on the stick. Good. Stop here. Glass displays like these take some time to get used to, but once you get the hang of it, you'll love them.
On runway 0,
One last thing.
6,
During the takeoff roll, I'll call out 4 speeds. When I call 80 knots, glance at your airspeed tape to verify it's moving and indicating approximately the same speed as mine. When I call V1, it means we're at the speed where we're committed to taking off, because there isn't enough runway to stop at that point. When I say rotate, gently pull back on the stick and rotate the nose into the air. Finally, I'll call V2 when we reach the minimum safety speed at which we can safely climb on just one engine if there's a failure. The display to the right of the PFD is the navigation display, which shows a top-down view of the aircraft's position relative to navigational aids and the flight planned route.
Roll travel 221, wind scan, clear to take off.
You can change how the map looks by using the format and range knobs on the left side of the panel. Try it now if you want to.
World Travel 221, rolling.
Okay, the third display is the Engine Indication and Crew Alerting System, or ICAS. The default page shows engine information, gear and flap positions, fuel quantity, and warning and caution messages. 80 knots.
Orbit 526, taxi to position and hold.
You're over-controlling. Use less pressure on the stick. You can scroll through the different ICAS screens by clicking the up and down buttons at the bottom of the display.
Don't sink.
Each screen provides information about a different aircraft system. Positive rate, gear up. Raise the landing gear by pressing the G key. Position and hold, Orbit 526. You're over-controlling.
Don't sink.
Use less pressure on the stick.
Don't sink.